Hey, it's Eric O'Keefe. Today I'm here with Vicky Vanderloop and Mitch Phillips, another amazing members, and we wanted to kind of hop on and showcase what they've seen while being part of the program. And as we're talking now, they've only been there for 10 months, but they've seen some really incredible increases in the business. But not only that, they've seen some other things outside of that. We're going to talk about what they've noticed personally about themselves and everything else in between. So guys, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. And I want to kind of set the stage and just find out before you started, what was going on, Vicky? Kind of where were you with business? What was going on in life, and how are things rolling then?
It feels so long ago, but yeah, so I guess towards the end of last year, we were just getting to a point where I just felt like we were running on that cycle, like, yeah, rat rate race, hamster wheel, yeah. And I just, yeah, we were feeling extremely overwhelmed. We just felt like we weren't we had some systems in place, but we weren't tracking things properly. We just weren't motivated. We had no sort of direction. We always did things from our heart, which was great, but we just had no real direction in where we wanted to take real fitness. And our spark started definitely dying down, and we just became less motivated because we sort of lost ourselves, I think, after 5 years in business. So we just, yeah, that's where I was anyway.
What were you noticing, Mitch, in terms of like personally how you guys were feeling? Because like you said, Vicky said you lost the spark, but what were you noticing about just how things were? Your energy levels down? Were you just kind of stressed all the time?
Yeah, so I would say we're 100% stressed all the time. We like for us, we spent way too much time on the gym floor still working in the business, not so much on the business. Yeah. So really in the day to day hustle and bustle of the studio, which kind of dampened our creative flair on where we really wanted to see the studio move into. And that's sort of where Trav and Liv came in. I mean, we flew down to Melbourne for a couple of hours with Trav, and he literally told us if we didn't change things, we'd be closed in 2 years. And it was one of those brutal reality checks that I think we had to have.
Yeah.
And Trav still brings up in every mental session that he's never spoken to anyone like that. So,
yeah.
It was the conversation we needed.
Yeah, so you needed some real hard truth then if he's never really spoken to you guys like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was the first time we ever really met Trav. Yeah. Like, Mitch had been following Trav for quite a while prior to us meeting up, but we already had a business coach that we were working with, and we'd been quite loyal to him. So we just thought, but yeah, I guess we definitely got to a point where we just put like this glass ceiling on ourselves and how far we could take real fitness, and also ourselves professionally and and personally.
Once you hop on board, what's the experience been like? What's it like working with them and the team? What have you guys seen there? Vicky, you can take that.
I can, yeah, okay. Definitely just learning, like, so we first started with doing their fast track program, and it was like learning systems and our numbers, which was huge, on the business, and things that we've never looked at. And it was quite alarming. Like, I think only about 6 months ago we realized that we expended our space 3 times in our business growth, and the last time we expanded it, we actually only just figured out in the numbers that we've been tracking with Trav and Liv this year, is that we actually couldn't afford to be in this space, and like literally finding that out 2 years later. Obviously we didn't even realize, and we just kept going and just kept making it happen. But to sort of step away and now look that I feel like in control of the business. So they've allowed us to learn our numbers, learn proper systems to apply into our business. And I guess we both started with just a passion for helping people and serving people, and that fulfills us so much that it's a silly thing, but you sort of just start a business on the back end of that, but then not realize that there's so much more in a business to keep it successful and serving people and running and fulfilling our purposes, but also, having full-time staff. And
but without knowing, Mitch, without knowing those numbers, like you said, you couldn't even afford to where you're at. Without knowing, you guys probably would have been tanking, just maybe going out of business.
Oh, potentially, but I've always believed where, like, if you're doing something you're passionate about, success will always come. But 100% knowing our numbers now, it's going to give us more opportunity towards a new, with the other directions we want to take the company. We have a clear idea of where we're at and what we can do going forward, which I think is a massive thing. Like, it's only been the last 18 months where we've really started tracking numbers. So the first 4.5 years of business, we had no freaking clue.
We were tracking some numbers, but not the depth.
Consistently enough to the depth.
But not having them now where it's driving the business. Like you're looking at that and you're saying, okay, now we can make our decision where we're going based on those numbers. Where before it's like, we just feel like we're going to go this way.
Yeah. And like you get to stages where you're literally so burnt out and you're not tracking numbers. So you don't even know if it's even worth it. Like, am I just putting myself into a point where I'm just feeling burnt out and not completely fulfilled because we're just both in a relationship, burnt out, no energy, hating on each other. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so I think
it wears for sure.
Yeah.
It wears because you were kind of guessing, like you said, going from the heart, and without knowing, you were hoping that things were working. Now, Mitch, can you tell me what it's like? We were talking about the Mitch, but what it's like. It's not just Travis and Liv; they have a team. How has that been helpful? Can you explain kind of what's good about working with the team?
Yeah, so I think working with the team, it's allowed other expertise to come forward. Like to be able to work with Denise every week and have her hold us accountable to, like we have to report our stuff to someone, and it's been it's like an accountability coach, right? It's been a massive, we don't want to go on the phone call on Monday and disappoint Denise. So every week we make sure that we have the targets we said we have. We try and live at the 90-day mark, and we report them to Bernice so we know we're moving forward and we're not disappointing. I think that's one of the big things as well.
Or even if we are disappointing, not like we can work on it now rather than go at the end of the 90 days, hey, did we achieve our targets? Oh, actually we didn't. Like we've got someone that keeps us accountable, and then we just post in the group if we need help in, this is currently happening, or Bernice will give us, sort of a push in the right direction.
Yeah, to be able to get real-time feedback on our marketing campaigns as well through the 1% group has been, godsend. We can put it up at any time and they give us feedback around where the ad could potentially be going wrong, troubleshoot it so it's not going to cost us an arm and leg to get a lead. I think that's been a massive thing as well. We used to run Facebook campaigns not knowing what we're looking at, wondering why the leads weren't coming in, and now it's very, like the lead gen through Facebook is very consistent for us with the amount of volume we're putting through, and it's been game-changing.
Yeah, so in a way, it's kind of empowered you being part, working with this team, the group and everything, empowered you to just continue moving forward, take those steps, knowing you can do everything.
Yeah, 100%.
So there's a confidence.
Yeah, like every step we take forward, there's no, it's like an educated decision. There's no guesswork. There's no real risk involved with the decisions we're making because we know if we do X, we're going to get the outcome of Y because we track everything and we have the team behind us to, if we are unsure of it, they provide us with the reassurance we need to make sure that the decision's correct.
Yeah.
What kind of peace of mind has that given you? Like, how do you feel now that you know, and like, all right, we're going to do this. We know that this is what we're going to see.
I sleep better.
What about you? Do you sleep better, Vicky?
Yeah, sleep's always good. But yeah, definitely even peace of mind. Like it's literally, I don't know, I just feel like we have more direction, which has made me so much more creative. Knowing that, we both have these roles in the business, we're both tracking like different things and then coming together, and I'm just so much more creative, and now I'm actually working on the business rather than just being stuck in it, just hoping that we can afford to keep running every week. So it becomes so much more worthwhile when you actually have numbers in place.
Yeah. How about personally? Have you noticed that in terms of outside the business, having this stuff done, has there been a change between you two? Have you noticed things that are benefiting you personally outside? Are you getting more time personally? Those kinds of things?
To be honest, it's probably it's more time, but it's also giving us, like, every time I meet up with Trav, every time I meet up with Liv, it's like it brings this fire in me about what my actual purpose is and serving people. So even if I'm spending the weekend, doing online, whatever it is, I literally comes from a place of I want to do that, not I have to do that. It's just now a place of I want to be creative. I want to keep serving. And of course we have downtime, but when we have downtime, we still have so much more passion. I think this is the most passionate I've ever been, 11 years in the industry. And yeah, it's good. It's good knowing I'm 11 years in the industry and I've got more passion than ever. So yeah.
What have you seen, Mitch, personally?
Me personally,
I think Trav and Liv are a very inspiring couple. So we don't really get to meet too many business owners that are husband and wife as well. So both Vic and myself run this company together, and we're also married. So to be able to see, Trav and Liv going through what they go through on a day-to-day basis and still finding time to be with each other away from their businesses that they do have has been super inspiring for us, and it's something that we all constantly work on to strive to have, not so much work-life balance, but when we're together, like it's a quality time that we need to have together to allow us to distinguish work from pleasure. And that's been a sort of big improvement from the last couple of years that we hadn't really done. Like work and business always merged. Work and business is the same thing, but like business and personal always became one thing. So working more on boundaries has been good this year as well.
Definitely. It's improved our relationship, but it's also given us sort of hope that, you can have, like, seeing them have like 2 beautiful kids and massive companies. It's like, oh no, like I can do this, we can do this, and knowing that we've got them to support us through, because I'm sure they've been through they have been through a lot. It's just good knowing that I don't have to make the same mistake twice, sort of thing. So yeah.
We're talking about what it's done for you guys personally. Let's talk business side, numbers. What have you noticed? Kind of where were you before and where are you now?
Yeah, so we've been working with Trav and Liv. We're coming up to the end of our 10th month. We've added 140 members over the last 10 months, which has increased our DD by 11K. Through working with them, we've sort of really refined our customer experience. We've always been relatively customer focused, but having them sort of help us refine our systems has just enabled us to enhance the overall experience our clients go through when they start. So that's seen a massive improvement in our retention as well. And then even like through our trial process, we've seen a 55% increase in our member startup every month through the systems we've implemented, through the education we've received from Trav and Liv. So
to increase our business by 71% in 1 year. It's not even 1 year. It's 10 months. 10 months. Still got the rest. I'll make it 100 by the end of the year. But to see that, very confident. But to see that increase in 10 months is just like, it's mind blowing. Because end of last year, we literally thought maybe this is just it. Maybe this is just how much our business can grow. And now to be 71% in front,
it's sort of given us like I feel like, towards the end of last year, both Vicky and myself sort of had a ceiling on ourselves with what we could potentially get our business to, how many people we could serve, and meeting with Trav and Liv, they sort of, really opened our eyes to what the potential of our business has and the potential that both we have as individuals to achieve in our life. And it's been transformative.
All right, so I want to shift gears and then we'll start wrapping up. Since you've been doing this, you're working just so much better. You're happier with everything that you're doing. Business is better. Let's talk about Travis and Liv. So, Mitch, can you tell me what type of people Travis and Liv are?
The first thing that comes to mind is authentic. We've had a fair few coaches in our time of business, and we've never probably had coaches that genuinely care as much as Travis and Liv do. For us, they go above and beyond, and they care about us not just like to see our business do well, but they care us as individuals and as humans. So they want us to, feel fulfilled in life away from business as well, making sure, we're healthy, we're happy, we're winning day to day, not just in business, but, as a couple, as individuals. And they really instill a sense of belief that everything is possible. I mean, and you can see it through their own personal lives and the vulnerability that they have to share their story so frequently really is for us, it's a way, like, it's inspiring. Like to see, they got 2 kids, 4 companies, over 100 employees, and they still make time for each other, make time for their family, and they get it done.
Let's say someone's thinking of working with them, hopping on board, but they're on the fence. They're 50-50. They're still kind of not sure. What would you tell that person to push them off the fence?
Yeah. So if someone was sitting on the fence about whether they want to join Trav and Liv and their amazing team, I would definitely say that you just to be able to reach the highest level, we need to be surrounded by the people that are already reaching the highest level. So if you find them inspiring and you find them, you're unsure of where you're going to be in your business in 12 months' time, then Trav and Liv would be the perfect start for you, because you will develop more than just being in your business. You're going to develop professionally and spiritually as well, for sure.
Thanks so much for coming on, sharing experience in just a short period of time. It's been pretty incredible to see what you guys have been able to do, and obviously you're going to continue to be doing great things, and I just want to wish you the best of luck with all of that.
Thank you very
All
much,
right.
Eric.
Thank you
All right,
so
take
much.
care.